So I've already been planning to reorganize my inventory. I wanted to reduce the time pulling orders by having everything already arranged in the same order as it appears on the pull sheet that TCGplayer provides. But then I got this email. It says I'm basically approved for TCGplayer Direct. Now, I had considered this program a year ago, but I was so far from meeting the requirements at the time that I put it out of my mind, so this came as kind of a surprise. I spent a couple of minutes filling out a form to submit my application, then I scoured the internet for the experiences of others who have sold through the TCGplayer Direct program. There's not a lot out there. The anecdotal evidence seems to suggest that it will be a good fit for my business model, however. The way TCGplayer Direct works is that you list your inventory like normal. Then, when you complete a sale, TCGplayer goes ahead and sends the order out from their own stock. Finally, when certain thresholds of order dollars or time have been met, they send you a reimbursement invoice with all the cards you've sold in the time period. You pack them up and send them to TCGplayer. The upshot is you eliminate a significant chunk of shipping costs and time. Essentially, this is TCGplayer saying they want to automate this portion of the business for you. They also claim, and anecdotally others report, this will increase your sales significantly. The fees may be a bit higher, but you aren't having to pay shipping on each individual order separately. Instead, you are paying shipping on one bulk shipment to TCGplayer, which comes out to an astronomical amount less per card. Additionally, the fee structure at the very low end of sales, under $3, are purposefully redesigned to make sure that these smaller orders remain profitable. Potential pitfalls. I'm a bit suspicious of something when I can't see the downside or the risk or the catch or how it's going to mess me up. But it would appear that I've set my business model up in just such a way that this program is rather beneficial towards it. The biggest potential problem I can see with this is if it takes off way harder than I expect before I'm ready. What I mean is, say somehow this multiplies my order by a factor of 8. TCGplayer report that customers are 8 times more likely to purchase from a direct seller than an individual seller. Then I'll have 8 times as many cards to pull as I do now. Currently, it takes me about an hour, give or take, every day to pull orders. So my concern is that it will now take me 8 hours to pull orders suddenly. So it has become very important that I get rid of all of those inefficiencies that I was already looking at organizing away. Again, if this 8x's my orders, then I'll have a reimbursement invoice every 2 days. TCGplayer generate them every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday if the thresholds are met. If I'm taking 1 hour per day now to pull orders, then potentially I'll be getting 16 hours of work every Wednesday and Friday, plus 24 hours of work on Monday, which must be completed within 48 hours. And missing 1 day will mean putting up with the big pile of work that comes immediately on its heels on top of what's been missed. So, if I can simply resort the cards within each set to alphabetical order, and then resort the sets to order in which they appear on the reimbursement invoice, that should cut back on the order pulling time significantly. And, to be fair, it already wouldn't have gone up linearly because pulling a lot of cards from a single set doesn't add time 1-to-1 onto the length of the task. Ideally, with a bit of forethought, I can make the new task of pulling reimbursement invoice orders take the same amount of time as it takes to pull and pack individual orders now, but with somewhere between 2x and 8x the sales volume. If I can do that, then this is potentially a game-changing or possibly even life-changing improvement to the business. Another potential problem, though I feel it is a good problem to have, is how I'm going to get enough inventory purchased, sorted, and listed in order to sustain this process. Again, say the extreme scenario happens and I 8x my sales. This means that if I'm to grow my inventory, I'll have to purchase 8 times as much as I am now, and sort 8 times as much as I am now, and list 8 times as much as I am now. Again, that may be less of a bad thing because it just means I'll have to grow up quickly and hire an employee and rent a space and all these other daddy pants business things. So I'm struggling to see the downsides here, but what do you guys think? If any of you watching have any ideas about how I'm potentially ruining myself, or have any of your own direct experiences, drop a comment below. In the meantime, watch this video to learn about my business model.